Okay, here we are in 1.5, translating words into mathematical symbols. All right, so there's some words we need to know, and if we see them written, we need to be able to understand what that term means. Okay, so we have specific phrases for each set of operations that we have. Okay, for this collection here, we already have sum, more than, plus, increase by, and, well, that is all addition problems. Okay, we're going to add. All right, difference, minus, decrease by, and less than, we are going to subtract. Product times multiplied by, that is our multiplication or our products. So we're going to multiply times, or the dot, or parentheses, of a quotient divided by, that's division. So we have our fraction bar, division sign, or slash. Okay, and then the last one is less than, is greater than or equal to, is less than or equal to. We talked about in the last section. Is means equals, is less than, is greater than or equal to, is less than or equal to. All right, so let's look at some phrases and translate them into equations or expressions. All right, our first phrase says the product of 7 and a number. Well, product means multiply. So we do 7 and a number. Okay, so it's 7 times n, a number, or 7n. 5 divided by a number. All right, so we have 5 divided by a number, or 5 over n. The difference between 3 and a number. Difference means subtract 3 and a number. So we're going to subtract 3 and a number. The quotient means divide of a number and 6. The quotient of a number and 6. So we're going to divide a number and 6. A number decreased by 4. Decreased by means subtract. So we're going to take a number and decrease it by 4. 1/3 of a number. Okay, now of a kind of goes both ways with division and multiplication. All right, 1/3 and a number. So 1/3 of a number, or n divided by 3. 6 minus a number. All right, so we have 6 minus a number. A number multiplied by, means times, 7. A number multiplied by 7. Now you rarely will see the variable written before the number. You'll usually see it as 7n, or 7 times n. 8 times a number. The sum, add, of a number, x, all right, so we're going to use x now instead of n, and means add, 5 is 14. Okay, the sum of a number and 5. So we kind of have two addition things in the same sentence. All right, so we have a number and 5 is 14. The quotient, which means divide, of 10 and a number, y, is less than 2. Okay, the quotient of 10 and a number y is less than 2. Or you could go 10 divided by y is less than 2. Alright, so that's how we translate phrases into expressions or equations or even inequalities. Alright, write and solve equations. The difference between 14 and a number is 6. Okay, so the difference, 14 and a number, is 6. Difference means subtract. A number, we'll choose x this time. And we have 14, and we have is, and we have 6. So we're going to take the difference of 14 and a number, and we're going to get 6. Alright, so now we're going to solve for this. What would x be? What number subtracted from 14 will give you 6? Well, 14 minus 8 is 6, so we're going to say that x, the value of x equals 8. Let's look at a word problem. Your cellular plan for long distance calls is 10 cents a minute, or 0.10. A call you just made costed $4. How long was the call for? Okay, so a cellular plan, 10 cents a minute. 10 cents per minute, which means we're going to multiply 10 cents times a minute will equal $4. Oops. How many minutes did we talk for? Well, if you figure out, all right, what times 10, what times 0.10 equals 4, then you could figure it out. All right, so we do 40. All right, try 40. Does 40 times 0.10 equal 4? Yes, it does. So our answer is 40 minutes. Long conversation. All right, that's it for this lesson. Go ahead and work on the practice problems and ask me questions if you have any.